Hello, hello, good evening. Welcome to the class. Hello, David, how are you? Good evening. Hello, hello, can you listen to me?
Yes, teacher. Thank you. Sorry.
Hi. Okay, don't worry.
I had problems to get the link or to enter in Zoom.
Yeah, I had some difficulties, some problems with that. There was a because I made the other automatic links for the last month, and as this is the second to the next month, it's that's why I couldn't I had to generate, I had to program another meeting.
It's okay.
Oh, sorry. How are you? How's everything?
Here in Santa Cruz, there is rain. It's rainy and cold, so it's a little cold here. But I think not so cold as in the past. I think it's 14 or 16 degrees.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because in La Paz, now it's getting colder and colder because it's the winter. Because of the winter, the weather is so crazy.
Yeah, I imagine. And the temperatures are going to get lower until Friday. So
Yeah, I can imagine.
here Santa Cruz is
You call there Surazo, right?
yes. When it comes from the south.
From the south.
South, exactly.
Okay, they say that it's very cold, and sometimes it used to even hurt your bones.
Yes, in fact, when it's cold in biking and motorcycle is difficult because when you don't have your gloves, the wind is freezing your I don't know how to say nudillos or your hands. Freeze your hands.
Your elbows, your hands. Yeah, I can imagine. That's so. It must be very difficult to be there, especially when it's cold, because usually there's not very cold, right?
Yes, this last week was very hot, and this week is very cold. The weather is crazy here.
Oh, it's changeable all the time.
Yes, I know in La Paz. Sorry, in La Paz there are some. I don't know how to say nieve.
Oh,
Snow. Yes, yes.
yeah.
There's some snow, but
In the
here
mountains.
And just in the mountains, no, not in the city.
No, in the city sometimes, but not always. Not always. In the city, it used to be sometimes, as you said, a bit. There used to be some snow, but not really. Yeah, over here, yeah, it's really pretty cold, by the way. These days were cold.
How many degrees?
At this moment is, oh, it's in Fahrenheit. Let me see. But it usually is 4 degrees in the mornings. At very early in the morning, used to be -4, -5, or something like that.
I couldn't stand that weather
Yeah,
again.
imagine -4,
And I am suffering with
-5.
14 or 10 degrees is a lot for me. So I can't imagine
Yeah,
minus
but over
minus
here,
4.
10 degrees is
What?
10 degrees over here is just okay. 10 degrees is almost hot because yeah, it's 10 degrees is normal. You can go with your t-shirt outside.
No, with teacher. No,
Yeah,
impossible.
really. 10 degrees is it's almost hot here.
What is hot? What is hot
Hot,
weather?
too hot is 20 Celsius degrees.
20.
Yeah,
No,
20.
that's a good weather. That's almost cold and maybe almost cold, but or a good weather here in Santa Cruz.
Yeah,
But
because
hot is 38, 35.
okay, yeah, but over here not really. It's when we have 21 degrees. Wow, we say no, it's too hot. We used to sweat because of the
You go to the pools on 20 degrees.
yes, 21 degrees is for us is wow, it's crazy. We say no, come on, the weather is too hot to stand.
That's good. That's good weather. In fact, we put our conditioner, no, air conditions
Air conditioning, okay.
on 21 degrees.
Wow.
And that's cold for an office. 21 degrees we put on the air conditioners.
Yeah, 21. No, yeah, we say it's too
It's
hot.
I don't know how to say calefacción.
Yeah. Ah, really?
But
Okay.
here in Santa Cruz is cold.
Wow. Yeah, no, over here it's too hot. We cannot even stand that. We can stand, but not very comfortable. We need to take out our jackets. Yeah. And 10, 15 Celsius degrees is really good to exercise, to go outside with your t-shirt. Yeah, but it's a different weather, right? I think for you it's very surprising. I think we were not able to stand higher temperatures
Yes. That's interesting.
because yeah, it's completely different here.
And do you use air conditioners?
No, we don't need it.
Yes, I was wondering, do they use that? Because you have minus temperatures, yes, lower temperatures. So
Yeah, that can be waste of money maybe.
yes, I imagine waste of money. But here in Santa Cruz, no, you want to be okay with the weather. And some people used to buy an air conditioner.
Yeah, it depends over here only offices and Yeah, they have air conditioning, but even hotels doesn't have because they don't need it. It's it's cold, and maybe some people can use to a bit to heat, especially for tourists, because they come um, from the sea level, right? And that can be an exception.
Mm. For heat, maybe, yes.
Yeah, because they are. I imagine they live in a very hot areas in hot weather, I think. Okay, David. Today we're gonna talk about some conversations. Okay, usually we say blocks, right? But in English, there are many ways to call it. Depending on what English, right? We say the block can be, or the usually when we talk about the apartments, we say, we call with a different name, like some people say the flat, right? British English speakers, Americans say apartment. There are different expressions, but usually we're going to talk about neighbors, how to interact with people. But in order to start, what kind of neighbors do you like?
What kind of neighbors?
Mhm.
Maybe silent neighbors.
Not
Because
like there are some rocker neighbors.
no, I could accept
They
a
used
rocker
to,
neighbor, but I hate people that put their music on nights and make parties and drinks a lot. And
yeah.
yes, that's a little disgusting because as it was a time when our neighbors came to our bathroom when were not at home, and they use it, and they leave it without cleaning, and
Oh,
we had no I don't know how to say
the
walls.
yard.
We had walls around the
Ah, okay.
house, so they
It
use
was
it.
only maybe fences. Maybe there were only fences. I mean, when we talk about in Santa Cruz, usually many houses doesn't have walls, right? Instead of walls, they have fences. When I say fences, it's like I don't know, like
Yes, fences.
yeah,
Uh,
fences, right?
yes,
Not
and
made of.
but now people are starting to build walls around their houses. And yes, because the insecurity,
Ah,
maybe.
yeah, I can imagine. But it must be very easy to break that home, that house, right? Because it doesn't have a wall.
Yes, and yes, but as I said, there are some people that are not good neighbors, and especially that
Oh
kind of
yeah,
neighbor
I can
that
imagine.
drinks a lot. And so
Yeah,
I would
they.
like a neighbor that could be silent and maybe a nice person, or maybe yes, maybe a couple with a child or young people. I think it's not for talking bad about old people, but I found out that young people are better educated than some old people I knew in my neighborhood. With young people that is getting married. Okay, well, depend on the people, but I found young people very nice than old people.
Yeah, but usually when there are many young people, I don't know, like teenagers, they are very noisy, right?
Yes, maybe some young people to talk or to play with or to make friends. but not too young. I
I
was
remember when
talking
I was
about
younger.
13 years old people or 14 years old
Yeah, yeah.
people. But the older ones are too difficult.
Yeah. When I was 15, I was a bit crazy, I can say, with my friends because we used to go singing around the streets very loudly, like seven of us. And yeah, we at night at 11 or 12 singing on the street very loudly. We used to be like that. Maybe we used to be so noisy. I don't know.
But it's different when you are young people and you're just singing. Your voices is not louder as
I like
uh, music.
drunk people.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we didn't used to drink nothing, but we used to be very noisy, singing and sometimes listening music with some speakers around the streets, and I don't know, joking around with girls and laughing very loud, like I don't know, something like that. But interesting times. I think, yeah, they had people were very patient to support us.
maybe it's a good idea to have a patient neighbors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, because yeah, it depends, right? It depends. Okay, let's keep going with this. There are some new words and expressions. There are some phrases. The idea is to complete with something over here. We have arrange. This word, it's like to organize, right? That's arrangements or arrange. You can complete with any sentences, any words. I arranged. I don't know. You can say maybe a meeting. Imagine you move to a new apartment or something like that. Because we're gonna talk about neighbors. We're gonna talk about people.
Maybe
What can you say here?
I
Maybe you can
arrange
arrange.
my books
Okay.
when I moved to my new apartment.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And tenant. Tenant is like we say in Spanish, inquilino, right?
Okay, person. Okay, her tenant left without paying the rent.
Yeah, we can say the rent, right? Or there are some other names also, like
The
I,
quote.
it's not the taxes, are not the taxes. I think there's a different word without paying the rent. Yeah, let's say rent. But there are some other words to talk about that. Okay, and let's move to the next one. There are some words and phrases. We're gonna complete some sentences. There is another one. There's something similar. Uh, okay, we can talk about making friends.
Okay, I will make friends with
Okay,
the.
and talking about neighborhood. Imagine you move to a new apartment, new neighborhood.
I don't know how to use with the with the neighbors.
Yeah, with the neighbors. Yes, can be. And
Yes.
so there are some only vocabulary like next door, go out, drop by. The idea, maybe we can do something different. This is just an example. The lady next door always. But if you want, you can change it.
I can I can change the entire sentence.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I found the next door opened, and I enter there.
I found the next door,
Yes, the next door
something
open,
like this. Next door. Okay. I found the next door open.
and I enter there.
Okay. Okay. And I entered. Like maybe what is a Spider-Man movie? What's that boy?
Peter Parker, or
Yeah, like Peter Parker. No, but he doesn't enter, right? Do you speak? Do you usually talk to your neighbors or no?
mm, no, no. In fact, no. I didn't. In fact, I don't know the names of a lot of most of my neighbors. I just know the name of some of them, but not really. As I said, I have no good neighbors. Just I have a one good neighbor, but I can talk to him because he's at work all the day, and yes,
Okay.
and we are separated by a wall, so it's difficult to talk to them.
Yeah. It was much better when your neighbors are not really good persons. Um, I am very fortunate because my neighbors are very nice people. But there is in the back of my house, there's a family. Usually, people are afraid of them because they drink too much, they fight. I think they belong to some gang or something like that. And we don't talk to them. We try to avoid to talk to
Yes,
that.
maybe because to avoid some problems with them.
Yeah, they're a bit violent because they used to fight with their friends. They have like five pit bull dogs.
Uh,
Okay, what about this one? Move out.
Well, maybe I'm going to move out in order to study in another country. I know they're not going to move out to another country for studying.
Okay, I'm going to move out
uh, to another country.
to another country. Okay.
Yes,
And drop by
drop by this episode or place in far away. Mm,
to visit without telling that person, that family maybe.
mm, have to drop by the bank to get some money, maybe.
Okay. You dropped. Uh,
No, I just completing the sentence. Sorry.
okay.
To get some money,
Get
I
some
say.
money. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
But drop by can be. There are some interesting words with this move out, drop. For example, drop out. Drop out is to abandon something, like I don't know, to abandon school, the university, to leave, drop out. But in this case, drop by, move out. There are some expressions, especially to talk about neighborhoods. And now there is a conversation. Emily is moving to a new apartment in just talks to her and offers help. Okay, let's talk about this. Um, Josh, sorry, let's talk about Josh.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, hello there. I'm Josh. You must be the new girl. It's so nice to have a neighbor next door at last.
it's nice to meet you as well. I'm Emily. So this apartment has been empty for a while, I guess.
Yes, sure has. The landlord is quite selective about the tenants. He doesn't like the idea of some random people with bad habits living in his apartments.
Oh, now I understand why he wanted to meet me in person.
Yes, that was the same for us. My housemate and I and I had that interview as well. Let me help you with that box.
Thank you very much. So you must enjoy living here since the neighborhood has been selected.
Yes, that's very true. My housemate and have I have met I have been living here for a few years and have made quite a few friends in the neighborhood.
Good to know. Now I feel even more confident about my moving out from the old apartment.
It's never a problem to make friends here. I'm sorry to leave now, Emily. Come to our place when you're available. I'm not exaggerating. My housemate makes the best noodle dish in town.
Thanks for that. I will drop by your place after I arrange my stuff. Nice talking to you. Bye for now. What did George say about their landlord?
Uh, sorry, he said that the landlord was very selective with the tenants, so he don't
Mhm.
doesn't like random people living in their apartments.
And why did George say it's never a problem to make friends in his neighborhood?
Maybe because all the people in the neighborhood is so nice to live. Uh, Maybe because they are selected, and the landlord selects them in order not to be bad people.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think that happens in some buildings, maybe?
Mm, I didn't heard that some people reject some other people to be renting a house or an apartment. But I saw some rules for people who is living there. So I think in mostly, at least in Santa Cruz, there's no, I didn't hear about people doing that. Just maybe putting some rules, but not never rejecting people because of uh, their way to live. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, but there is one neighborhood here in La Paz. It's like a very small United States because there's a residential area and it has walls, and nobody can enter that neighborhood because there are some mansions with swimming pools, very fancy buildings, and next to that wall, the neighborhood is very poor. But that neighborhood is very fancy, and even taxis cannot enter. They have a wall, and only a lot of people can enter that neighborhood. What do you think about that?
Mm, I saw something like that. Here in Santa Cruz, there are some neighborhoods, but they're not mansions or something like that. They are just uh, pretty houses. Maybe for some people that has money, but not
Yeah.
not a giant house. Nothing about it. But yes, I saw some neighborhoods. They are not condominiums, no,
Yes.
but it's different than condominiums.
Yeah. Those condominiums are private, right? Usually they are private. They cannot enter also.
Yes,
But
but
the other one is an entire neighborhood, only the
yes,
neighborhood.
yes, there are some neighborhoods that are like private, but are not condominiums. So
Yeah. But there is some, I think everywhere there are some, especially very rich people live there, right?
no, in fact, I saw a neighborhood near my house. It's not a rich neighborhood, maybe for medium class people, and
Okay.
they have a guard in a. It's not a wall, but there is in
Wow.
some streets are like this uh, stops for cars. This I don't know how to say
Yeah, 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 yeah.
these bars.
Yeah, the checkpoint.
Yes, as a checkpoint for cars, and people can enter, but there is a guard that is asking where do you go or something like that.
Wow, yeah, 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 interesting. Maybe everywhere is like that. But I think in that neighborhood in La Paz, it's impossible to enter if you don't know nobody there. You cannot
Yes,
enter.
it's very exclusive.
Yeah, they protested a lot when the government built the cable car. They were completely against of that
Why?
because they said we're gonna lose our privacy because it's very exclusive.
Uh, I saw a telepheric that goes up to the some mansions.
Yeah,
I don't know if is that the telepheric.
yeah, I think it's that the green cable car in Zona Sur in La Paz.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
there
saw.
is in a mountain.
Yes, and you pass up I don't know, arriba
Yes,
up
it's
to phone.
it's a small mountain. It's not in the flat area. It's a small hill. Yeah, and you can pass over there.
Yes, I saw a video though, from Luisito Comunica.
Yeah.
He filmed that houses, and he said, "Wow, there are luxury mansions. I didn't know there was that kind of houses here." And he showed the houses from the cable car.
Yes, and also there is a very interesting. Did you listen to people of in La Paz in Zona Sur? There was a video about fair place. There's one guy talking about a balloon. It was kind of advertisement, and he usually speaks like the letter R is pronounced in a very interesting way. Que
Yeah.
rico balloon. Like that.
Yes.
People were criticizing a lot, right?
Yeah, some people make jokes about it, but I think there's different accents in Bolivia.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah, but
accent from
usually,
people on Tarija.
yes,
Like, where are you going, my friend? Or
it's very sweet.
what is like?
Yeah, it's like people from a small village and very familiar. I don't know. It's very soft, right? Especially girls speaking in a very sweet way. One of my
Yes.
students was from Tarija, and even in English, she used to speak in that way, like, hello teacher, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And here in Santa Cruz, we don't pronounce the S word.
Ah, yeah, yeah. But I
Maybe
think it's normal. It's in Santa Cruz. But in La
yes.
Paz is the only one very small area, and some people try to pronounce, maybe try to sound like gringos or something like that.
No, that's I don't know. I don't know how to say about it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny, and people make jokes about them, right? Like que rico balón, or I don't know. Yeah, and maybe sometimes that could happen when we speak too much English. I don't know. I think it can be right,
Mm,
but not exactly like that. Maybe sometimes we can pronounce the letter R a bit not very strongly, maybe.
yes, I heard some people that live in United States or in other countries that comes back to Bolivia and they talk a little different because in United States or in English they don't pronounce the R like Bolivians or like in Spanish. So the way to pronounce the R letter is a little different. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, it is completely. I had one of my friends who he's living many years here in Bolivia, but he cannot pronounce very well Spanish. Usually, he used to say Juan. I remember once he said, he told me, "No te preocupes del dinero, del dinero." He's sometimes he say mucho interesante, something like that. Yeah, that's the way he speaks. Mucho interesante, mucho interesante. Yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes he get confused with interessante and interesting, and yeah, that was. I think because also they don't say refrigerador, right? They say refrigerador like that.
Yeah, Gerardo.
Refrigerador.
Yes, depending on the people also, because I knew some people that lived in another country for many years,
Yeah,
and they come back to Bolivia and talk normally without difference. But some people are really affected with that.
yeah, but some people cannot learn, right? I don't know. They speak very well, but their pronunciation is maybe that also happens with us when we with our people.
Yes, I see. I saw some people that talks English very well, but their pronunciation is not as an English native.
Yeah,
My my my
I think that
boss,
happens with some of my relatives. Ah,
yes,
really?
my boss talks is from Chile,
Ah,
and he
okay.
talks English with some people. And I heard him speaking. He knows a good vocabulary, but he don't pronounce the words like native or not like the English accent.
Yeah,
So it's a little funny. He speaks very well English, but he doesn't use the accent.
yeah. So that happens. That's very common. Is also with people from Spain. Usually, they for them it's difficult to learn English. I don't know why, but also from people from Argentina, I think they prefer to learn French. There is a historical problem with Argentina and England.
Ah, yes,
They don't wanna because of Malvinas, right? The islands.
yes, the Falkland Islands. or the the Malvinas Island because the
Yeah,
war.
they hate them. That's why they don't like English.
It's like Bolivian and Chile, no, Chileans.
Chile,
Like just like Chile and Bolivia.
yeah, maybe.
Uh, we have they're like our enemy or like that, but with them is
Yeah,
stronger than that.
yeah. That's why they say we are usually we come from Italy. Many of them, I think, are Italians.
Yes, in fact, I think it's that's due to the immigration
Yeah,
from the Second World War. Some people from Germany and Italy and Japan came to Argentina. It was like a refugee for people from the axis, the axis la potencia del from
yeah.
and a lot of Nazis and Italians
Nazis.
came to Argentina.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why one president got criticized, right? He was from Argentina, and he said, "We arrived in ships in Europe, but
Yes, I have.
Brazilians came from the jungle."
Brazilians came from Africa. Bolivians came from other countries and like that. But we came from ships.
Yeah, from ships.
A lot of people hated that that speech because it was not true. They are
Indigenous people. Yeah,
indigenous.
indigenous people.
Yes.
In Argentina, yeah, I knew many of them. Even there used to be some tourists here in. I knew a lot of villeras, no, villeros, I can say. They love cumbia.
I,
They are not from cities. They are from communities. They're farmers and very nice people. Very not like the typical Argentinian.
yeah, not
Very
like
educated
people
people.
that loves football and
Yeah,
gets angry easily.
yeah. But some other people, it used to be especially in spring here in La Paz. In spring, there are a lot of Latin American tourists in Bolivia, from Brazil, from Argentina, from Ecuador. And yeah, I knew many very well educated Argentinians, not the typical hippies.
I,
Because,
yes, I think there are some people different, but some people is hard to deal with. And
yeah,
yes,
is there also some street, how can I say, street performers like
from
jugglers in
Argentinians
yes,
and tourists,
yeah, in Santa Cruz?
these mochileros. Yes,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
lot of them. And I think every stop you have one of them.
yeah, like in La Paz, but usually they are not in El Alto because El Alto people is very hard to deal.
I imagine. I
They
imagine
can
saying, "Go to
they can
work."
fight. I don't know. They can, yeah, they can say, ah, lazy people, what are you doing there? Go to work. What are you?
Yes, look for a job, something like that.
Yeah,
Yes,
El Alto people is very special, and they cannot tolerate easily. I think Argentinians they can criticize or insult, and they say, I don't know. It's the opposite way of thinking.
I imagine. Here in Santa Cruz, there are some people that don't like street performers because there's a problem. Some street performers, uh, they win the money because they do a job like that. but there are other people that just ask for money.
Ah, yeah.
And there are some kids, little kids, and their fathers are there out there selling, I don't know, selling candies, selling candies,
Oh, yeah.
and the child are asking for money, and they live in that way. They don't look for a job because it's easy to ask money, and they get a lot of money, and really a great amount of money by doing that.
Yeah. I think it's also Venezuelans here. Are there also a lot of people from Venezuela in Santa Cruz?
Yes, there is that is another group of people that just ask for money. I understand that some people need it, but I saw one. I remember I saw a Venezuelan people,
Okay.
and he is like 1 year in the same place, and it's a young
Wow.
people. It's like I don't think he is older than 13 years old, 30
30
years
years
old.
old.
Yes, uh, but he is still there asking for money. I think if you stay there, you are just asking money. No, you're not doing anything else in order to win your life or something for you.
Yeah. Get good money because I saw some documentaries about them. They used to change the coins to the stores, and it used to be a lot of money in a day, like 300, 600 Bolivianos
Yes, that's
per
a lot
day.
of money.
Imagine.
They win more than me.
Yeah, of course. Imagine to have just say, let's say, $100 per day.
Yes,
Some people.
that's sad.
Yeah, that's not fair, right? Anyway, okay, let's talk about um, this is about speaking. Mm, so there is your next door neighbor just moved in. You are on your way to work, but you want to introduce yourself and have a quick chat with him to make him feel welcome. How can you introduce yourself over there?
Mm. No, I never, I
For
never
example, I'll be
introduced myself.
your neighbor, new neighbor. What will you say to me?
Maybe like, hi, my name is David. I'm your new neighbor. Um, maybe like some tea or some help with your boxes or your something to maybe for your installation in your new house. I don't know. I'm 22 years old and I'm working right now, but you can count on me if you need anything here in the neighborhood. Or is yes, I don't know.
Yeah, you can simply, hello, how are you? I don't know, you can introduce yourself and what's your name? Nice to meet you. So,
Yes, in the name I forgot that. I'm too bad introducing myself and making new friends.
even in Spanish?
Even in Spanish, words in English.
Yeah, in Spanish, yeah. No, in my case, no, because some of the people, yeah, they are very, usually they are not very talkative, right?
Yes, I think I'm one of those people because I don't remember never introducing myself in other place than the job of the or the school when they ask me to introduce myself. But if I don't need to, I'm not obligated. So I don't do it.
Okay. Yeah, Yeah, it depends, right? But well, okay. The next one is well, there is a question, right? Have you been living here for a long time? Where are you? What are our neighbors like? You can tell maybe about the place where you live.
Okay, I'm living here from since I was born. I live here for my entire life. I can tell you that neighbors, some neighbors are too loudly people. So you got to be careful about it. And you got to be careful also about some people that is dangerous here in the neighborhood. So be careful not to come back to your home too late at night, and watch out if there is some strange people around the corner or around the street. So and be careful about your their things. And maybe a good advice for you is to keep your lights turn it on, because of when it's night.
Uh,
So my
that
neighborhood is too dangerous.
that sounds very dangerous.
Yes, but it's a good advice because there's the kind of things we do.
Yeah, that's good. But because Santa Cruz is too big, maybe that's why there is big cities, big problems.
Yes, we see this with problems.
Uh, Over here, yeah, it can be some areas, some areas. My neighborhood is not very dangerous, I think, because there are not very important things here. But La Ceja is so dangerous, very, very dangerous, La Ceja.
Yes, I heard about that neighborhood, La Ceja. In fact, I read a, a paper
Okay.
from that uh, area of La Paz. There were a lot of crimes and suicides and
Oh,
uh, murders.
yeah, it's very, very dangerous. Even in
I
the day,
had
you
a,
can.
my sergeant died in La Ceja
Wow.
2 years ago. I
Why?
I went to the pre-military,
Okay.
and I had a sergeant, and that sergeant went to La Paz, and he was in La Ceja, and he died, and we all knew that, and it was scary to hear.
No, I didn't know about that. Yeah, in La Ceja, they used to use some guns in the day.
Even in day.
Uh-huh. Or at night, especially at night, it's so dangerous when you go to dance. No, come on, it's you don't have to go alone.
I
At
imagine.
yeah, at night you are not sure. You cannot move in even one block safe. If you move one block, maybe without your shoes, your clothes, without nothing, without money and cell phone.
Oh,
Yeah, at 12, it's very dangerous. 1 a.m. Oh, forget about going outside. There are some gangs fighting. I don't know, some drunk people fighting with bottles, with stones, and police officers running, chasing some bad guys. Yeah, usually drunk people, a lot of drunk people. It's completely a red zone in La Ceja. I don't know if in Santa Cruz there is a neighborhood like that.
uh, there are some neighborhoods like Plan 3000
Ah, yeah,
and La
I hear
Pampa,
about that.
La Pampa de la Isla. My son, Los Lotes, is another dangerous place. So, sorry, I will come back.
Sure, sure.
Recording in progress. Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
Richard, sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry, I think there is a kind of echo in my cell phone. I'm sorry, in the. So let's continue, please.
Since you have to leave
The next one is. Can you listen to me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay. The next one is, since you have to leave for work, what will you say to your new neighborhood?
Maybe yes, maybe saying goodbye, and I hope you will be okay. The future, I desire you the best of the world, and I don't know. I expect maybe to see you again, and to maybe yes, and to come back in some years or sometimes to visit you again. If obviously if there's a friend or neighborhood, a good neighbor to yes, and if I know him a lot.
Great. Okay. And now this is reach out and discuss the topic with your teacher. Over here.
Many young Americans share an apartment with a housemate in order to save money. In New York, some apartments can cost $1,000 a month, so housemates split rent and other bills. An apartment on top of that building is called a penthouse.
Yes, okay. and there is okay, what do you say? Why there is very common in the United States to say the roommate, the roomies.
Yes. In fact, here in Santa Cruz, I know have some friends that also have roomies. So they
Okay.
rent a house, an entire house, and they divide the rooms between them. So they live together, and maybe they are friends in some cases, and it's good. It's good because you have a friend and share some things. I think it's important to to know that person and to be similar kind of people. Because if you are not in synchrony with or synergy with that person, it's very difficult because you live with someone who is not like you, and you can't understand each other. So it's a difficult and a hard decision to take. So you got to be careful by meeting or having a roommate.
A roomie.
Yes, a roomies.
Yes. Would you rent an apartment worth $1,000?
Maybe I had $10,000 a month. Maybe yes, but I don't think so with the money I have now. I think I I can't even pay the half of that amount of money. I think it's a lot.
Too much money, right?
Yes, too much money. You can buy a house with with some months living in that house.
Yeah, of course. 1,000, too much money, of course. Okay, there's another one that I'm gonna open in a moment, please. There's the next one. Okay, 10:1. We were talking about the neighborhood, right? Um, just a moment, please. Now we're gonna talk about a new friend from the past. Talking about some friends about the past. You said that you are still in touch with your friends, right?
Yes, with some of them.
Okay. But from school or only from the university?
Just from university, I think.
Mhm. Because from school, I think it's difficult to be in touch with them, because the time is
Mm, Yes, it's a long time, difficult to sustain a friendship.
a very long friendship, right?
Yes,
Long time.
I know some people that still have their friends from school, but I think I'm not one of them.
Yeah, there are over here. Is it common also over there in Santa Cruz to like to see some people that celebrates the when they get the meeting of the I think like promociones.
No, yes, it's very common. I was invited to go to for a I don't know how
To
to
the
say
meeting.
that kind of meeting.
Mhm.
Uh, I I wasn't there. I didn't went to that party because I knew some people
Why?
likes to drink. They only go like,
Yeah,
to drink.
that's to be honest, right? That's the real fact.
Yes, and I don't like to drink, and I don't miss them. Yes, honestly, I don't miss them.
Even for curiosity.
No, because I would be out of place.
Yeah.
I know my friends, my old friends. They never they would never go that kind of party. So it's like it doesn't have sense to go with for in a place to where I will not have my friends there, my old friends there, and yes, just a kind of people goes to that meetings.
Okay. But let's talk about this one. A new friend from the past. It sounds interesting, right? A new friend from the past. Maybe it was a friend in the past, but you meet each other with that person. And we're gonna talk about will you start and close a conversation when making friends at a high school reunion? This was very common, right? You said we were talking about the high school reunion on the last. When did you last see your high school friends?
Maybe I
The graduation day?
no in the bus going to my home.
Ah, okay.
I how was the word to find some people by accident?
Yeah,
Drop not it's not drop by. It's or is me I no I don't
eavesdrop?
know.
No, I don't.
Not drop by. By. Yes, I would say that by accident I met them. I met them at bus going to my home. So yes, run into yes, run into is the word. I ran into my old friend at bus in my way to home, my home, my way home, my home. Yes, on my way home. Yes, it was
You
like
ran into.
yes, it was like 2 months ago, and we talked a little about how it was going on with our lives and what were we doing at the time, and yes, it was interesting. But as I said, it's not the same because you are not in touch with that people, and people change with the time and had other friends, and yes, it's different. You have not the confidence you had in at the time.
Yeah, it's completely different. It's like talking with a strange, right? With
Yes,
another person.
exactly.
Yeah, it's that used to happen. And but do you remember your graduation day?
Yes, I was with them on the graduation day. It was too short. That's yes, was very simple.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember when it was my graduation day. I think many of my classmates were crying, but in my case, not really. I said, why? Why they are crying? They said, no, this is gonna be the last day, and some of my classmates drank for 3 days. I think they were drinking.
Yes, in my graduation, I saw some girls crying. The girls, principally girls, were crying. Anyway, and yeah, me and my friends was like, nah, it doesn't matter. I will see you on Monday. I will see you next week. Don't worry. But yes, we knew that in sometimes we separate our ways. So we knew that we're prepared for that. I think it was not hard. It was um,
Yeah, but in fact, we get separated, right?
yes.
Okay. There are some new words to use to make some sentences. Get to know the words and phrases and complete the sentence. For example, keep in touch. To keep communicating with someone.
Okay, maybe I will keep in touch with you about the documents. Maybe.
Okay. Keep in touch. And the next one is
Lose touch.
touch.
I haven't lost touch with my old school friend.
Okay, you haven't lost touch. But I think you lost, right?
Yes, but I'm doing a sentence,
Yes.
just doing a sentence. Okay. Mm,
The next one, get to know the words and phrases and the next one, contact details.
I need your contact details so I could send you all the information you asked me.
Okay.
The good old
Your
days.
contact details. So okay.
Time in the past when things seem better. Okay, maybe the next one could be during the good old days. We were happy. We were happy, and we didn't knew that.
You said we were happy.
Yes, we were happy, and we didn't end. Happy end. We didn't knew that.
Ah, yes. We didn't know that. Yeah, in the past, right? The good old days.
Yes.
You used to play with what is this? Oh, I forgot the name of not yo-yo also, right? Yo-yos, trompo, but I forgot at this moment the word of trompo. Uh, the spin and or spinner, sorry, the spinner,
Yes.
the yo-yos and the kites. You used to play with that, the kites, right? With the voladores.
Ah, yes. Yes, I used to play with them. I used to build my own kites with little woods and plastic bags, and I made my own. How? What was the name?
Kite, right? This is the,
Yes,
for
my kite.
example, the yeah kite. I said yo-yo, and the other one was spinner. They used to play with the glass balls.
Ah, yes, the glass walls also. I had my giant box with a lot of glass balls.
Okay. Cachinas, right?
Yes.
We used to say here, I don't know, how do you call there? We used to say
And
cachinas.
cachinas and toros or bulls.
Toros.
Yes, the big ones. We
Yeah,
used to call them toros.
toros. Interesting name. Toros. We used to say, oh, I forgot the name. The big ones. The small ones, we used to say chippies.
Chippies.
Yes, the little ones.
Chippies.
Yeah.
We used to say toros, toritos, and yes, cachinas, the little ones.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I remember that was at this moment I forgot the name. It was a name strange. Uh, I forgot. I really forgot. But it was an interesting name, not in Spanish. I think it was maybe Neymar or something like that. Okay. And what about familiar?
Okay. Your face looks familiar for me.
Okay. Your face looks familiar for me. Okay. But according to this one, in a red shirt looks familiar. Your face.
I was doing my own sentence.
He used to get confused with some people.
Mm, yes. In fact, I used to touch a person from their back and saying, hey, you are, and when she turns back to me, I say, I'm sorry, I confused. Yeah, and I ran away from them because I was embarrassed.
Yeah, that's very embarrassing. I had that experience the last week because I had a friend. She was my colleague, I think a couple of years ago, but as she was wearing a mask, but I remember I used to make some fun of her because she had a very, how can I say, her body was very noticeable. You know, how can I say, her waist was very thin and she was a very fit girl, I think, maybe like Colombianas. Yeah, and I used to make some jokes about her and from her back the same. Hi, hello, and I used to, but she used to tell me, how did you recognize me? Because I was looking in front, but I used to say, it's impossible not to recognize you because I know you because of her body. Yeah, but she was like that. I can say like I don't know how to say. Well, anyway, but she had a very nice body, maybe a big body to be a girl. But I saw a similar girl in the. I was she was waiting the bus, and I said, "Oh, hello!" And when I was about to hug her, I I saw her eyes, and she was not the person. And I said, "I'm sorry, I thought you were Vilma because my friend was called Vilma." And she said, "No, so sorry, I'm not that person. Wow, so sorry," and ran away because I was also in a hurry, and yeah, I was so embarrassed because I get confused.
Embarrassing situations.
Yeah,
It, it, it happened to
once
me.
my mom, yeah,
I confused a colleague from the uh, pre-military. I confused
okay,
with my friend from school. He was like exactly like him, almost the same person. And I saw him from aside, and I said Arnold because he was my friend, And he said, no, who is that? And no, sorry, I confused you with my friend Arnold. And we finished it, making friends together. We ended with talking to each other and making jokes about getting confused with some people. And yes, it was a good experience to confuse them because he ends being my friend also. But sometimes ends well and sometimes it ends bad.
Yeah, because it is depending on the person. Some other people are not very patient, and they say, "Oh, what happened to you? Or do you want to steal me, or what?" Here in La Paz, people are very, very, how can I say, desconfiados. Once my brother told me he wanted to help a lady. She couldn't lift her back. It was very heavy. Her aguayo, I think. He wanted to help her. Yo le voy a ayudar, señora, but and he told me that that lady insult my brother. No me lo toques. ¿Me quieres robar o qué? Something like that. But he was trying to help her, but because she couldn't lift.
Yes, it happened to me also. I tried to help a lady and she said, no, I don't want your help.
Oh no, come on.
And she yes. It was also another time I was running into the street and I was running very fast, like very aggressive. And I was sorry to get my home. And for some reason, I decided I want to run. And I, I started to run. There was a young lady. And she said to I don't know, to gritar loud, no. But he was very scared, very scared. It was like she thought I was going to hit her or something. And I said, no, sorry. I don't want to do anything. I was just running. And she was very scared. She thought I was a robber or something like that. Which I was just running in the street.
Wow. Yeah, that happens. That's very interesting, very common. Um, yeah, some people get because these days happens a lot of things.
Yes.
Maybe that's why. Yeah, okay. And what about reunion here? We have a social event.
Maybe the high school reunion was fun because some of my friends were there.
Okay. High school, some of my friends, the high school reunion was fun because some of my friends were there. Some of my friends. I remember I had a friend with a long hair like you, but even longer. And I was sitting in the minibus, but in the back side. And my friend was going with his mom, and that guy was drunk. And in the back side, he said, "Oh, I remember. Yo quisiera ser su yerno," or something like that. But because he didn't, so my friend was close with her mom because they were together and like this, like that. And but the drunk guy was in her back, and he said, in their back, and he said, "Yo quisiera ser su suegrita. No, quisiera ser su yerno," or something like that. And my friend talked back and said, "Perdón," no, no, because
Yeah.
he thought was that he was a girl, but not really. He was a
That happened to me lot of times.
Really?
Yes, some people say I was buying my breakfast and the lady said, "What do you like to eat, lady?" And I was saying, "Give me two sandwich, please." Like my boss. Oh, sorry. It was too very fun. It happened to me a lot of times, several times. Some drunk people also confused me with a woman, and they started to say things like, oh, ¿cómo está? Buen día, señorita, ¿cómo está? Y yo volteo. Yeah, it was real disgusting.
Yeah, that's very. That reminds me to one, I think, TikTok video, because there is a very jealous lady, and one man was talking with his friends in the swimming pool. But the jealous lady approached him, and she kissed her hair of his friend. ¿Qué me estás engañando? But when he turned back, there's a man.
Yes,
That's
no,
crazy.
it's
Wow.
hard to have a long hair.
Yeah, I think once also that happened to my father. I remember when I was a little boy. That boy was I think selling on the store.
Okay.
In that time, there was not very common to have cell phones, and I don't know if he forgot his watch, but he approached the seller and he said, "Disculpe, señorita, ¿qué hora tiene?" No, señorita, something like that. Yeah, that reminded me
Sometimes
to
it's
one of
funny.
my friends. Yeah, of course. But I think some people cannot take that in. Maybe they can get angry, right?
Yes, some people. Yes.
But yeah, no, my friend used to be very. He used to make. Yeah, he used to laugh a lot then because the drunk guy was. Yeah, well, it was drunk, but also it was very funny. Okay, let's do the conversation. There is about Jane and Stephen. Stephen, hi, Stephen. Oh, sorry. Hi, you're Stephen, right? I'm Jen Silva. We were classmates, but you probably don't remember me.
Hi, I thought you looked familiar. You used to wear glasses and you were much shorter, right? We attended Mr. Clarkson class.
Right. Do you remember how he would get upset because we always hide his books?
Uh, I do. I also remember when he walked out of class one time because we were so noisy and it was fun at the time. Funny at the time.
Okay. Those were the good old days. Anyway, this is the first high school reunion I've attended. I've lost touch with most people, so it's my first time seeing everyone again.
I haven't been able to attend past high school reunions either. I'm a photographer and I've been really busy with work.
Okay. Yes. The next one. Sure. No, where is that? I don't. That's interesting because I love talking. I love taking pictures. I use them for articles I write online since I'm a writer. Maybe you could give me tips sometime.
Sure, here's my business card. All my contact details are there. Let's keep in touch.
Okay. And how do Jane and Stephen know each other? and Stephen know each other?
Uh, sorry. They were at the same school and they are in a school meeting.
Mhm.
So they know because they were in the same class.
They meet each other in a school meeting. Yeah, they were at school. Why hasn't Stephen attended previous high school reunions?
Because as he is a photographer, he was very busy to attend the previous meetings.
Mhm. Yes, because he was really busy, right? And how would you get to know, in this case, to talk about someone? Let's you get together with somebody, let's say uh, a friend, or that's at school, but I don't know, let's say a girl, but she's a very beautiful girl, and how could you ask her more details about?
Okay, maybe. Uh, what about you? What are you doing for living? What are your activities right now? And what kind of things do you like, or do you like to do on your rest time or your weekends? I could ask that.
Yeah, if you could say, right now I'm a table dancer, what do you say?
Oh, invite me sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because some people can be surprised, but we don't have to hurt the other person's, right? Just to okay. How would you end the conversation with that person? I don't know.
um, it was nice to see you, and nice to meet you, and I hope you see you again. I hope you to be well, and I hope we can keep in touch after this meeting.
Yeah, it could be great. Okay, and then the other one is okay. Mm, for example, American Pie. Do you remember that movie?
Yes, I think I remember. It was an old movie. Yes.
But what's your opinion about the American Pie?
I don't remember exactly. I think it was like a school reunion with
Yeah,
people that grew up and were doing other things after school. Yes, it was like a comedy or something like that.
yeah, but they were very, I don't know, the old guys at school. They were very tough guys, right? But also the other guys, but they had to fight or something like that
I don't remember that. So,
to show who are the old guys are the crazier than the younger ones or something like that. Yeah, American Pie is it's a crazy movie, I think. And the reunion is held 13 years after their graduation. It was too many lectures. Yeah. Mm, would you attend a high school reunion? Why or why not?
um, I could attend one because maybe just if some of my friends goes there and just if there is no a drinking party if maybe if it is for talking each other or taking a coffee in a quiet place, it would be nice. I think I would go. Depends, but I know that won't happen. That will not be happen.
But
That
that
won't
could be
happen.
that
But
could be good, maybe.
yes, because that is. I think it's always
But you
important.
said you didn't go, right? Did they ask you to go there?
Yes, if they ask me, I couldn't go. I wouldn't. Yes, I couldn't. But if there is a different reunion or different meeting, because maybe in a quiet place, I would go maybe. If there are some of my friends going there, I would go. But I know it's difficult because some of them wants to drink and just drinking. And yes, I think
Many of them drink, right? There are usually people drink a lot. Okay, so now I sent the poll. I was doing. Oh, come on! What happened with my polls? Just a moment. I'm gonna log out from the other. Just a moment, please. I'm trying to. Okay, can you see the poll? Is
yes,
it possible to see? Yep.
yes, it's done.
Okay. And there is one more, please. I was doing. I had to do for myself. Sorry, because yeah, because as I told you at the beginning, I had to create another reunion because just a moment. Yeah. Oh, okay, here. Yeah, I think this is this one. Yeah, okay. Can you see the poll? You can see, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I was a bit distracted, but I'm gonna leave out from here. So, David, it was a very nice time to have classes with you. I hope you learned something from this, or you at least practiced your speaking. Uh, I think this is the last class, and I'm gonna send you also the scores tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna have well, according to the oral presentations and so on. Okay, and tomorrow I'm gonna have the last. I don't know if you sent all the oral presentations, all your slides to the classroom.
I think I didn't, teacher. I didn't send the two the two last the sessions. I
Last
didn't
slides.
send. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I think also I didn't make it available. I'm gonna do it right away, and you can send until midnight of today, until 12.
Okay, I will send it.
And so I need to put some scores there, and I'm gonna check it out. I'll check that now.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, David, it was very nice to meet you, and well, maybe I don't know, who knows, we can see each other. But I really like to be in touch with you because you work in a very interesting field, and maybe I don't know if I can invite you to do some. I like you to invite, if it's possible, to some webinar. Can be great
Yes, it could be.
because we can talk about, I don't know, plastic injection.
Yes, it could be
Yeah, I'm
interesting.
gonna tell you, I have your.
Also, I like to see to go to La Paz maybe sometime to maybe if I want to get a visa or something else. I would like to go to visit and
Sure.
maybe we can see each other and we can talk or doing something.
Yeah, sure. If you want, you can visit to my laboratories. We do some crazy things. Yeah, today we did some molds. For example, from the polyester plastiform, we cast some. We did some very interesting pieces because that. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. We can see each other, and that can be good. It can be good, I think. We're gonna
Yes,
be in touch.
it was good to have classes with you. I learned a lot and I could practice my pronunciation. I know it's not perfect, that it was very helpful to have someone else or someone to talk with and someone to have practice in this stuff. Yes, it was very good, very nice to know you and to, yes, it was good to talk with you. And thanks a lot.
Yeah, for me too. Also, thank you too. Thank you also to you because you showed me a lot of interesting things and things that I didn't know about. I'm really enthusiastic about technology, and so okay, David. See you, see you. We're gonna be in touch.
Okay, teacher. See you in a time, I
Bye,
think.
David. Bye, bye.
Good night, teacher.
Okay. Good
Bye.
night. Bye.